House lawmakers are going through that $2 trillion stimulus package agreed to by the White House and the Senate. A vote, though, not expected today. Arkansas Republican Congressman French Hill with us now. Congressman, thank you so much for the time. Speaking of which, what is the most likely timeline to get this bill moving?
Thanks, Deidre. Well, House Republicans are meeting this afternoon by telephone, and House Democrats are meeting this afternoon by telephone, poring over the details in the Senate proposal. So I suspect we could have a vote early tomorrow on the House bill if the Senate acts tonight, which I expect they will.
So what is the most important to you about this particular bill?
Well, Deidre, thanks for having me. Appreciate being with you and Charles. The most important thing in this bill is liquidity, business interruption financing now for our businesses to support their workers, their employees. That's the critical element. We've done the public health money element. We've done some of the family support element. So in this package, I think the most important is to try to keep our businesses up and operating and employing their important staff.
What made you support it? I mean, what specifically?
Well, I was in business for 30 years before I was in Congress, and I know the pressure of our small businesses. I've talked to many of them here in Arkansas. They need the liquidity financing to get through this next few weeks of this public health crisis, and many of them just don't have the collateral to do that when they have no revenue in their business. So I think that's why it's critical. I think it helps families and it helps businesses on Main Street.
So, Congressman, how is your state handling the crisis?
Well, Deidre, you know, we're a rural state, and so we have about 280 cases this afternoon that have contracted COVID-19, and we've had 2 deaths in this state. So we're coping with it. We've had great leadership from our mayors and from Governor Asa Hutchinson to coordinate our response. So like many across this country, we're coping with it at business, at home, in our churches, in our nonprofits.
And have you found, for the most part, your constituents, they're willing to cooperate? Because it's very difficult. I think it's very human to want to be together, right? When you feel blue or when you're sad or you're upset, so you feel like people are following directions?
I do. I think our citizens have put their flags out on their houses. They're working together to help neighbors. They're packing food for the food bank. They're coordinating reading for kids. They're coming together. It's inspirational to see that. And our credit not only our elected leadership, but every citizen in every neighborhood doing their part to try to whip this virus and get back to work, because that's what Americans are made to do, and that's what they want to go do soon.
It is indeed. Congressman, thank you so much for the time. Be
Thanks,
safe.
Deidre.
We wish you, your state, all the best.
You bet.